goddess. What is that thing? It's huge, ridiculously huge. The thing must have been more than 5,000 Argay. That thing must be more than 5,000 Argay across. It's like a giant floating island. Now look closely. The base is artificial. It's more a floating city than an island. A city? Well, we can't just sit here. Alright guys, listen up. We're getting on to that floating city island. What? Seriously? Of course I'm serious. I've never been more serious. If those society fools have brought that thing back, then think it must be full of incredible treasure enough to pay our debts 10 times over. You've got to be kidding me. We can't just go waltzing into something that huge. Josette, back me up here. Honestly, at this point, I bet there are things in that city I want too, like beyond treasure. Oh, Audio, save me. Kyle does have a point, though. Things have been weird all day, so we should probably be careful. I mean, for starters, the radios have been silent for ages. It is true, guild and army transmissions are one thing, but even civilian channels are dead, which is... Huh? What? A wave of light? What happened? Report! Boss, big problem! The generators and flight engines have cut out. All of them. What? Wait, that means we're really in trouble now. The flight field from the engines is dissipating. The Bobcat's not answering her helm at all either. You're kidding! You mean we can't do anything? There's only one thing we can do at this point. What? Pray to Adios that it's not our time to be called to heaven. And then you fall down. Chapter 8. Land of Chaos. Well, the bridge is stuck. The elevator's not working. Though, of course, the airships aren't going to work either. And we're stuck in the middle of a lake. That's all grand. So that's what the light show at the towers was about. But you kids pulled off a genuine miracle this time. Let me give you your reward first. Adios knows you've earned it. Still, what madness we've fallen into. I never thought being deprived of orbits would throw us into this much chaos. No kidding. Sort of makes you realize just how dependent we've become on orbital power. It's true, communications, transportation, defense, production. Every single major function of society is effectively paralyzed at this point. For most people, I think the real worry will be lights in the kitchen. From the sounds of it, the city was full of tizzy last night. That's being kind about it. People were mobbing the guild house and the orbital workshop, the mayor's mansion, all demanding answers. It was awful. Everyone wanted to know what had happened, and I had no answers to give. Frenzied fool's panic kept me up all night. I see, sorry Lugrin. With the floating city on top of all this crap's getting dire. Feels like we're one step away from a friggin' panic. Well, the people of Liberal love peace, so I do not personally expect a riot immediately. Should the situation continue for too long, however, people may begin to lose hope. Yes, we must do something about this and quickly. So then everyone, what's the plan? You and Russell, you said Russell has to bring back the dead, turn water to Ambrosia and save us all? Bring back the dead, well... First Russell came up with the new invention that isn't too far off. This, everyone, is my latest invention, the Zero Field Generator. The Zero Field what now? Simply put, you are aware of the special warp field the Gospels produce, yes? This is a circuit which produces a field to nullify that warp via a resonance wave. That does not qualify as simple under any definition. If I understand correctly then, Professor, this can actually reverse the orbital shutdown phenomenon? Whoa, what? Is that true, Professor? Prevent it more specifically, but just so. Ultimately, the shutdown phenomenon is just orbital energy being absorbed by the Gospels. Where the energy went was a mystery, but having come this far, I think we finally have an answer. To the floating city, to the Aureole. It's the only answer which makes sense. The Aureole uses the little holes between dimensions generated by devices which we call Gospels to cause the phenomena. Gospels are, all things considered, small holes, so the area affected was thankfully minor. With the Aureole made manifest once again, however, the area has grown immensely. Enough to engulf the entirety of Liberal and even beyond our borders, I'd imagine. All of Liberal. So that's what's causing all this. Yes, I find it likely that every ornament in the country without exception has stopped working. However, this Zero Field Generator can stop the interference of the Aureole. Which is to say, put it next to an ornament and that ornament will work just fine. Wow! Professor, that's amazing! So we fire that thing up and everything's cool then? Not quite, I'm afraid. The area this prototype can protect is limited. It can shield at most an ornament you can carry on in 2 hands. That's small, Well, that kind of limits what we can do, doesn't it? The other problem is, I only have so many of them. Even as a favor for Cassius, I could only put 16 of them together. 16, that's actually a lot if anything. Wait, Dad asked you for these? Yes, he requested that I work on these a while back actually. I scarcely even imagined a crisis on this scale at the time, but it seems he did. I see. It's what I'd expect from Cassius, always seeing further than any other man. That being the case, though, pretty clear how we should use these things, I think. You're a sharp one, Father. I don't quite follow. In a crisis like this, you need more than anything else is fast, accurate communication. Whether it's about society throwing bears at people, or where goods need to be taken. If you can't communicate, you're up a creek. Meaning, they should be used to restore communication devices all over Liberal. Is that about the size of it? Bingo. That is a good idea. For the military, not being able to use our guns or airships is dire. Not having communications between headquarters and our forces is even more serious, however. We should restore communications between Gransel Castle, the Hawking Gate, and Lystrom forces ASAP. The guilds are in the same boat in a way. If the Bracers can't get in touch, it'll be hard to mount any response to anything that might happen. Sounds as if we are all in agreement then. Well then, Captain Schwartz. I'll provide the 10 Zero Field Generators to the Royal Army. That should give you enough to cover the Aureole, the Capital, the Gate, Lystrom, and all regional posts. You have my thanks, Professor. Order my men to distribute them immediately. And for the remaining 6, go to the Bracer Guild. That should be enough to restore the phone in each guild house. We'll get right on it. We'll see them safely there. What? You can get the phone working? That would be a great help. Please set the 0 whatever it was right away. No problem. Tita, would you do the honors? Sure, give me just a second. Okay. Done. It's all set to go. That was kind of faster than I thought it'd be. All you really need to do is put it in the right spot inside the phone. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Oh! You did it! Nice. Looks like it really does let the orbital devices work. So next I need to test to see if the phone will actually connect. Let me try calling Grandpa. He's on the aerial, which should have a working phone. Oh, hello. Ah, Grandpa. Yeah, it's me at the guild house in Bose right now. Yeah, it's okay. It works great. Okay, I will. Do your best too, Grandpa. I think it's connecting okay. No kidding. Professor Russell saved us again, it seems. You'll have to drown Russell in beer and steak next time I see him. Beer and steak, damn. Speaking of things, Russell seems to be aboard the aerosol still, but where did the princess and the churchman get off to? Oh, they both headed to Groundsel at dawn with Captain Swartz. Chloe said she wanted to talk to the Queen, and Kevin said something about the Archbishop, I think. I see. I imagine the royal family and the church have their own crises to deal with right now. The good news is, they agreed to deliver a field generator to the Capital Guild House for us. I'd expect to get a call from Elaine at some point. Excellent, coordinating with him will help. You lot are off to the remaining guild houses, I take it. Yeah, that's the plan. What I'd really like to deal with is the floating city, but wouldn't we all? It seems like our society friends are already there too. We can't lay a damn finger on them with our airships grounded. A real heroic spot to be in, huh? There's little point in flogging ourselves over it. Right now we must focus on what can be done. Yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so who do I want to have? Everyone's in their 70s right now, except for Agit, who's I'm gonna put in because that's just sad, Agit. I need to work with you. And then I'm going to go with all of the offensive party, considering the fact that this party won't have a setup to use very many orbital arts considering the situation.
Right.
Okay, obviously airship travel is right out for this, so we'll be walking. Where should we go first, Roland or Ruin? No, neither choice is better than the other, really. All the guild houses need working phones, so all we can do is pick a direction and go. Good point. Joshua's got it, I think. No matter which way we go, I'm betting we'll get our work cut out for us. We must help those in need, after all. Yeah, okay then. So, during the shutdown phenomenon, only characters equipped with the zero field generator can use orbital arts. Equip a generator and an accessory slot to use it. Furthermore, as Tita uses an orbital cannon, she cannot act in any way other than movement or her gunpowder powered cannon impulse S-craft without a generator. So you heard that. Basically everything's fucked. So I need to equip these generators so that I can use my crafts. I'll have to get rid of my Vajra, which is sad. I won't go ahead and equip two. One to Estelle and one to Joshua. Because Agit and Zen are not major... They're not major, magic users. Oh, wait, I didn't equip this to Joshua. That would have helped with his defense problem. Yeah, so Agit and Zen are not major magic users, which is why I let them onto the party so they're more for physical attack. Joshua does have magic, so he will be held for magic uses. So, I have two options. Either go to Ruin or Roland. Now, I'm going to go to Roland first, mainly because when I go to Ruin, I can go to Zeiss, and when I get to Zeiss, then I can just go to Groundsel, which ends this chapter. So basically, I'm going to go to Roland first, because either way I go around, it's just faster to go to Roland first. But before I go anywhere, I'm going to head to the Emerald Tower. That's why? Well, I'll show you when I get there. So, I'll see you all on the tower. So that's it. Huh? The floating city? It's so huge. It's overwhelming seeing it from down here. Well, I can't understand why the civvies are freaking out. We might not be able to do a hell of a lot, but times like this are when bracers have to step up. We gotta do our best to make this better on and give the civilians some peace. Yeah, let's hurry. I just want to get that little scene. This time for real tower time. Hello and welcome back. We're on top of the Emerald Tower rooftop, and there's a new enemy. We're gonna fight it. Here we have. You obviously can't see it's a thing because I'm using an art, but I'll check those in. So we have the Dimensional Bug and the Weather Seed. These are new enemies that have popped up all over Library on top of the towers. And, well, if we take them and physical attacks, well, that's going to be fun. If we take them out, we get, well, new items, which are actually quite helpful. However, only Joshua and Estelle can use their magic, so... Oh, good, that took out all the Weather Seeds. Hopefully these aren't just physical attacks. Okay, you missed. Bad, okay. And that was really, Josh was only... Let's see how they deal with fire. Okay, they do modicum damage. At least it's 1,000. These things have a lot of HP. Like, they have a lot of HP. You can barely crack the surface of it. At least they do get like physical attacks, so they're ridiculously strong with defense. Also, they seem to be hella slow, which I am going to use to my benefit. I wonder how they like water orbs. Let's try Diamond Dust. Okay, that hurt. Thankfully, I don't have her moving a lot. It's a magic, it's doing damage, that's all I want right now. Oh great, I got a rest craft up. Let's use them. We're finished. Ah crap, it's doing that divide thing. This also these are giant snails. Why do I have enough for the True Thunder God Kick? I wish they were all grouped up again, but I can't beat that now, can I? Again, there's multiple on this line. Damage, yay! Yeah, I'll put some heals on his stuff. Didn't do much. Yeah, knock us down. You'll pay for this. No, they missed in, that's a good. Fighting and it's annoying. They keep dividing, so that lowers their HP. Maybe I can take them out with Death Spring? Death Spring did at least 1,000 damage. So he's dead. And both those little buggers. Don't die, Nugget.
We're good to go!
I don't want you to waste it. Absorbs all his EP, but I can still use this. Okay, Ryan was annoying, but it helped me out. Level ups for everyone, well, except for Estelle. I need to level up. And I get a lot of Septium for it. Get the shield orb, which is what I wanted. Okay, so the shield orb is a new item, accessory, and it boosts the hell out of my defense and my speed, surprisingly, and my movement. Well, okay, this thing is actually quite useful. So I'm going to get rid of the glove gear for now. Like, I'll put it back on later. But I do need to keep this zero field generator on the stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to get that little fight out of the way and show you what we're basically going to be doing for the next few episodes. I'm going to get across Ruin, and then get across, all of Lighterbowl delivering these generators, and going about business while I try to get these characters some quick levels. Especially Zen and Nugget. Specifically those two. So I'll be seeing all of you guys next episode. Till then, everybody.